Hello, and welcome to another Minisode with Dissonant Waves. This one is a Dom and Trix. It's a Dominatrix episode.
It is.
And we are discussing, once again, it is back to Green Day, side chat, live talk, whatever we ever call this little escapade of ours, where we talk about Green Day.
Yes.
What are we listening to? What did we do this week for Green Day, Trix? Why don't you introduce it?
Uh, we listened and watched to Bullet and a Bible, the live show and the documentary.
If you can call
And
it
we
that.
listened, yes, and we listened to Woodstock 94.
Two concerts that are emblematic of the two heights of their career, I guess you could say, and are
Yeah.
both renowned in their own ways. So it's good to compare and contrast the first big concert that came after Dookie, and then the one that came after American Idiot came out. Then they're notable for different reasons.
Yes, they are.
Woodstock '94 was released for Record Day originally in its official capacity in 2019. It is the release that happened before Father of All Motherfuckers.
Yes, that's right.
And instead of capitalizing on that and making it a standalone release, they have since put it out not on vinyl with the 30th anniversary of Dookie, which I guess makes sense. It's pretty important to Dookie's mythos, I
I think
guess.
I think they put that out on vinyl.
But yeah, it's on vinyl, but it's not on like streaming. I mean,
It's on streaming.
Woodstock '94.
Yeah,
Oh shit! I thought it just was. No, interesting. I did not
it's
see it.
stuck within Dookie, but it's
Well, that's what I
it used to
mean.
be. Oh, I'm pretty sure it used to be.
Maybe it was on its own. Maybe they just, because it's part of the brand, they gotta put it all in the right place.
Yes.
I'm looking it
Like
up now.
I vaguely remember seeing the album art for it, which is like the duct taped over on the original Dookie album art with Woodstock 94 written on it on streaming. I could be wrong though.
It's definitely not on Spotify at least. Interesting. All right. Well, at one point it might have been out.
I could just be hallucinating though.
You could be, but it's not unlike
It
big
was
bands
Mother's
to.
Day and we did 12,000 in sales.
God
So
damn, good job. You clipped
yes,
most of
it was a
those.
fun one. Yes.
All right. So Woodstock 1994 happened 6 months after the release of Dookie. Was still when Green Day was becoming what they became. It was a set that pretty much became known for just kind of falling apart in a fantastic way, I guess.
Yeah.
It's something that it feels like a regular concert for a while. It's Woodstock '94, so there's some crowd work talking about hippies and free love and shit, making fun of the
Yeah, the brown
audience.
acid.
Yeah, and then as the song goes, or as the concert goes, they play different songs. It's interesting how Billy's crowd work has changed and stayed the same because he just says shit like, "Oh, this is off a record that nobody has."
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
Like I between Woodstock 94 and Bullet in the Bible, they became more theater kid-esque.
it's only 10 years too, so that's not a lot of time.
Yeah. No.
But it's interesting that they had two heights like that.
Yes.
But yeah, so like, Welcome to Paradise happens, Longview Basket Case, it all kind of goes as it should. But then as we get to the end of the concert, at least who knows how many songs they plan on playing after this, but Paper Lanterns is where it gets there's a mud fight that starts happening.
Yeah.
And you can't like because this is only audio, you can kind of hear like mud being splattered around and things getting hit and like
Yeah.
the guitar
You
gets
can hear
hit.
some degradation in the guitar tone and bass tone.
And then they kind of just stuck out after a while, and then like the last part of the recording is just like 6 minutes of like crowd noise and mud fighting and like the organizers trying their best to calm it down.
Yeah.
It's not as chaotic as I thought it would have been, but I mean it does fall
No.
apart.
It does.
I would be very curious to see like if they had put out like a video version of this because there's apparently a part where Mike Dirnt gets tackled.
Yeah, I've heard that too. And I think that's how. No, I don't think that's how his bass broke. I think Trey broke his bass.
But he needed to get some like dental work done. He got his teeth knocked out.
Yes,
Yeah. So what did you think of this?
this was really cool.
It's cool to see them, when they're hungry, when they're up and coming,
Yeah,
and they sound roughly the
I
same.
will say,
What?
I think Billy sounds a little different in like the way he speaks.
What do you mean?
Like he has a different cadence over the 10 years.
I could say that. You could say it's the drugs, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Or just being young and hungry in '94 versus being on top of the world in 2005. That kind of
Hmm.
sets your perspective a bit differently, I would imagine.
Yes.
But yeah, it's cool to see. Hey, Dookie was a big deal. This is them coasting on that success and having weird shit happen. And then Bullet in the Bible is like, oh man, American Idiot is like, what the fuck is Dookie?
Yes.
But I don't know. It's like that thing of
Like
like, this is the real shit. Bullet in the Bible is pretty real too, but it's all papered up and prettier.
yes.
You want to say something?
I forget what I was going to say. Give me a sec.
So I
Um.
I kind of had a revelation as you did in a different way.
Yeah.
Like so, though we've talked about this kind of before, but the Dookie stuff, that era, there's a song suite that happens there, and I don't know that they really repeat kind of riffs and stuff as much as they do later. But there's a sound that Green Day has, and there's like a general vibe that they go for. They're very punk rock, but like, and sometimes they're
Yeah.
kind of really melodic and catchy, but not always. And
Mhm.
then American Idiot has kind of a different song suite where the sound has changed and they're more theatrical, obviously, but they have a lot of riffs that they start doing more and more as other albums happen after this. We talked many times about, oh,
Yeah.
this sounds like this other song just slowed down. And so, my question then, maybe this is irrelevant, but have they ever moved beyond American Idiot song suite stuff? Like really? Have they
No.
changed their sound?
Only for non-Green Day projects.
Right. And we've talked about before about like the idea of Green Day, the brand of Green Day, and kind of like where they've found themselves since the 2000s. Kind of like some of the stuff is good or decent, but it really feels like they are putting Green Day in a box when it doesn't really need to be.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I think both of these live shows, kind of representative of where they were when they were happening, show that you really should not put Green Day in a fucking box.
No.
Like the songs they're doing on Woodstock, some of them are in Bullet in a Bible, but like what they mean is very different. Like
Yes.
Woodstock is like the fucking punk rock. Like we're talking about masturbation, we're talking about, yeah, we're like, early 20s and shit. It's just cool shit. Like it's
Yeah.
less heady perhaps, but it's real, it's authentic. And that itself
Definitely.
creates a certain song structure and style as you would expect. And that's very evident. And the Bullet in the Bible does a lot of the same thing in a different way because, hey, we've grown up, we've developed more fully, here's more theatrical shit. And I don't see why there can't be a third era.
Yeah.
Like, why can there not be a third Green Day era where they have a completely different style and strong song structure and just go at it again in the same way? It's not that they can't.
Absolutely. I get you. They can't.
No, it's not that they can't because we know that they can.
Yeah.
We've
That's what I meant to
heard
say.
we've heard Money Money 2020 Part 2. We've heard them do stuff with Pinhead Gunpowder. We know that they can do more.
Yeah. It's kind of disappointing to see Saviors. Like Saviors isn't a bad album, but it could have been so much more.
It has some good shit on it. Like it's kind of like Revolution Radio kind of quality in a way.
Yeah.
where it's like it's got some good shit, but it's not, it's not top of the line Green Day album.
No, it's not.
And as things have gone, I guess we're gonna see another Green Day record in 2028, and because it's once again another election with Trump, at least he'll be out of office. Hopefully, then they might go back and do some more shit that they've already done for Revolution Radio, Father of All Saviors, which is still kind of doing stuff from 21st Century and American Idiot, but we can hope not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have hope. I get what you mean. I think my place with Green Day is, I think that Green Day is going to continue being Green Day the brand. Continue selling T-shirts, continuing to grab a paycheck, which I don't blame them at all. And I think the real heart and soul of Green Day is going to continue to live in the side projects.
Which is just frustrating because they literally had their two biggest successes by going for it.
Yes.
And they could just go for it again because they're Green Day. They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They've got everything. If they fuck it up, they fuck it up. They fucked it up already. And they recovered.
Yeah.
Like
who knows?
There's a realness to both of these concerts that I wish we could still see.
Yes. This podcast is going to lead us both to going to see Green Day at some point together.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? And then it's like a fucking stadium show with fucking expensive ass tickets.
Yeah,
and that's just gonna be what it has to be.
Like maybe we turn this into a destination thing. If they ever play Alaska, let's plan a vacation to Alaska, see Green Day, and record a Dissonant Waves podcast.
Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Oh shit, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Alaska or if it's something else, but yes. And of course, we should probably talk a little bit more about Bullet in the Bible now, because Bullet in the Bible is the film that came out as the concert following fucking American Idiot. So, on top of the world.
Yes.
This is
I listened to this a lot as a kid.
Is this what you heard more probably than American Idiot itself?
Probably.
It's really fucking good.
It is. I even watched the documentary a lot as a kid.
Really?
Yes.
And you weren't put off by seeing ass?
No.
You weren't put off by Billy Joe just like putting his hand in his pants and pretending to jack off?
No. I don't know why my parents let me watch it, but
fair. I mean, again, this fucking concert reads as very real and reads as very punk, which, hey, they're at the top of the world. They could be not punk and be the Green Day they are now, but no, they still have credibility at this point.
Yes.
You got fucking just parts where Trey Cool is just saying random shit.
Unlike you other liberals, I smoke lettuce.
I thought it was like not all liberals are smoking lettuce or whatever like that.
Hold up, I clipped it. Let me pull this up. You put the clip in the podcast, Domino?
No, we're gonna get fucking copyright struck for that.
The whole thing's on YouTube. I doubt it.
We'll see. I can try. No promises.
Okay, I got the clip playing right now. I will tell you the quote in a second, right after he snorts the donut sprinkles. Oh, fuck. I remember my cousin and I used to quote Orange Mocha Frappuccino all the time. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. Not all liberals smoke lettuce.
Yeah, there we go.
And then he coughs and dies.
Yes. That's about what I thought.
Yeah. And in the clip, he's actually smoking lettuce, not the devil's lettuce. Like there's romaine in a tinfoil pipe.
Fantastic. But yeah, there's that. There's the part where he just says like, Man is not meant to eat 50 eggs.
Yeah.
And that's just a clip that they just put in. No context.
Yeah. No context. Just
And
Trey Cool being Trey Cool.
yeah, and he's dressed as like a Mountie or something like that.
Yeah, a Canadian Mountie.
Yeah, directed by Samuel Bayer, who I guess we kind of see at points.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of holding the camera, and there's like a segment where he's like pointing at like a bunch of screens, which are just camera feeds, and he's like, "Go over here, do this, do that."
Yes.
And like, he's a relatively big deal. He directed a lot of music videos. Smells Like Teen Spirit, Bullet with Butterfly Wings, David Bowie stuff,
Yeah.
garbage stuff. John Mellencamp, of course.
Oh boy, John Cougar.
He's directed only one film, the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Huh.
And that was a few years after
Interesting.
this. So I guess maybe this was him trying to leverage the popularity of this concert film into making something more.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah,
It's interesting.
It is similar in ways to Quattro, but has more heart, like 100%.
It gives Jason White more credit than Quattro did.
And that has a whole segment dedicated to him.
Yes.
And like the concert overall has like a lot more in it that was cut out of the CD version. Like there's like the whole like brass section that Billy Joe introduces.
Yep.
Which, if you look and you pay attention, he talks about Jason Freese being there on the trombone. Jason Freese, well-known Green Day collaborator, is a very freelance. We talked about him before. He does a lot of shit. He has a brother named Josh Freese, who I was talking about recently because Josh Freese is credited for drum work on that Gordon album that we did.
Oh shit!
And he's in like Foo Fighters now. He's in Devo. He's a freelance drummer in the same way that Jason's a freelance for a bunch of shit.
Damn, that is a connection.
Yeah. All the little connections you find if you fucking just stare at shit like we do.
Yes. Weaponize your autism.
They played at the Milton Keynes National Bowl, which is in the UK. Like their biggest concert at that time. I guess Jimmy Eat World and Taking Back Sunday and Hardfi were there for the world tour, so they were supporting them. I don't know if they played at all during this, but because they didn't show them at all. But you can kind of assume probably they did.
Yeah.
But it's all about the Green Day, baby.
I think when I saw them on the 21st Century Breakdown tour, the Toasties opened for them.
Okay. So, when did you last see this?
Well over 15 years.
What'd you take away from it now?
Why the fuck did I watch this as a kid?
Yeah, Billy Joe's mooning the crowd. There's a shot of him just in the dressing room getting dressed, just showing ass.
Yeah.
Like again,
Gordon Ramsay levels of ass.
Yeah, and like he's just doing shit. He's being himself, and again, Reed's is very real, very punk rock and shit. Trey Cool's doing the same thing. There's a shot of Trey Cool applying makeup and everything.
Yeah.
I was really surprised by this concert. I was like, like we have not covered Nimrod, and so it's like, oh yeah, Nimrod's songs are really fucking good.
They are. We really need to cover Nimrod.
Just Hitch a Ride. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
It like changes the whole vibe.
It does.
And then for some reason, they do Shout as like just a cover kind of.
I have a joke about, and then within Shout they also do Always Look on the Bright Side of Life.
Yeah.
Which my joke is surrounding that. The King for a Day into Shout into Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. This might be like the most online trans femme take you've heard from me. It sounds like the TERF AGP argument because the dude was so happy and cross-dressing that he came with shout and experienced the little death, as the French put it.
Okay. I don't know if I followed all of that, but I will take your word for it.
This was also what my brain put together after a 9-hour insane kitchen shift. So
Yeah. But this is the magic of listening to it versus watching it, because when we get to the bright side of life part, it sounds good. It sounds fine on the audio version. But like in the video
yeah,
version, he's like on the ground, just laying on like the steps to the stage, and they like drape him in like the king clothing and everything. And it
yes,
completely changes like the whole mood of that, and it just becomes more and more cool and interesting.
absolutely.
Like there was something
And
to shoot
that is
here.
why I really watched it as a kid, is for the concert bits.
Yeah, I was really into the other shit they were doing too, this kind of interstitial stuff.
Yes.
Because like some of the parts, it's like it's the concert, it's whatever. You know, they're not doing anything super special for "Wake Me Up When September Ends." Perhaps they're just doing the song.
No.
But even like for my Minority, there's like an "Ole Ole Ole" part that was really interesting. I think it was Minority, wasn't it? Or was it
I think
Brain
so.
Stew? Brain Stew or
I
Minority?
don't remember.
And oh no, Minority had the harmonica solo.
That's right.
Brain Stew has the "Ole Ole Ole" part.
That's right. Yes.
And they just it's a lot of fun. They're just having fun. And the stadium show where there's actually like energy, they're having fun, and it doesn't feel like they're dead on stage.
No.
So that's already like a positive.
Definitely. And the audience is reactive, which is a big part of any live show.
Oh yeah, it's funny that they do some call and response in each of these two concerts.
Yes.
Because in the when the Woodstock one, he's just fucking around, being like, "Okay, you guys say rock and roll, and you guys say shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
And this one, he's just
And
kind
then
of
they end the show by saying, "Stop playing."
yeah. No, I think they just tell him they have him. He has them say shut the fuck up to them.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, we're gone. Where this time in Bullet in the Bible, he's doing the much more traditional like Freddie Mercury, AO, and ooh ah kind of stuff.
Yes.
But there's still like, but there's also a part where he's like pointing at one part of the crowd, and then they're cheering, and then he points to another part of the crowd, and he's like, "Hey, what about them?" And they boo and they cheer. And he's just like finding ways to pit people against each other, which is just kind of fun.
Yeah. For sure.
Of course, there were more songs that were not, for whatever reason, put on the in the film or the CD for that matter.
Yeah.
They did "Jaded," "Knowledge," "Knowledge" is a cover by Operation Ivy. "She," "Maria,"
Yes.
"Homecoming," and "We Are the Champions." I'd be very curious to
Which I could see
see.
why they didn't put "We Are the Champions" on there.
I mean, they in the concert film they have someone doing the fucking Rocky theme.
Yeah.
Like, if they're gonna pay for that, I would rather them pay for fucking "We Are the Champions" than pay for the half baked Rocky theme.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, these are both really good shows.
Yeah, I wonder if this is kind of like at one point did they sit down and say, "Okay, American Idiot's becoming a musical"? That I would like to know.
Yes. What I also want to know is, when is Green Day just going to do their Vegas residency?
Oh God, that's very depressing to think about.
Because like I could see them becoming a Vegas residency band.
That's not punk rock,
It's not, but Green Day as a band isn't really the most punk rock anymore.
except occasionally, sometimes they will do something that's like, "Oh hell yeah."
Yeah, and I'm sure they would still play like off the book shows, like under like secret shows. They
Yeah,
still do that a lot already.
like there is there was in the news recently for changing the lyrics to American Idiot with a bunch of MAGA shit and sticking it to the fucking MAGA crowd.
Yeah.
Which, of course, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
See, American Idiot, the stage musical. When did this become a thing?
I don't remember, but I remember in like the trailer for it, they were bashing Donald Trump for going to it.
Good.
If if you remember that,
I don't, but I fucking believe it.
yeah. I want to say the musical is like 2012.
It launched in like 2009, I think.
Oh shit. We need to cover the musical at some point.
Well, that's the plan. Eventually, we're gonna listen to this again by
Eventually, the
covering the
plan is to cover
musical.
everything.
Yes. Like, how many times can we listen to American Idiot, but in different contexts?
Yes, it's going to become the next Shaky Graves.
But something that we both want to do.
Yes, and something we're not subjecting Ritz to.
My actual secret plan is that once we cover the other parts of the Dookie 30th anniversary, we'll throw Dookie itself on the live show.
Okay.
And just and have him listen to the regular stuff when we talk about 30th anniversary as like a whole, and we'll just be fundamentally talking about different things.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds like silly. I like that.
It does, and it sounds fun.
I wonder how do you choose music for like the biggest show of your tour? Like
Well,
you play the hits, but
you play the hits, and I feel like you play most of the album you're currently playing.
yeah,
Like there weren't. I would have loved to see like Letter Bomb on this live show because Letter Bomb's probably my favorite song off American Idiot.
yeah.
But you play like the hits, and then you pick a few fan favorites, I'd say, and maybe one you like King for a Day.
And they had a lot of fun with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there are like I said, there were other songs that got played that we didn't hear. Like they did it at Homecoming.
Yes.
So like there's like a whole thing with that. Like that's another fucking 9 minute, suite of songs. But yeah, they kind of ignored the middle part of the album completely.
Yeah. They did Saint Jimmy.
Yeah, which I mean, Are We the Waiting and Saint Jimmy kind of the same, kind of one combined song. They split Holiday and Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Which I mean they were both singles, I guess.
I think it's the CD version that combines them into one song.
Yes. I believe so.
And then they pick up with Wake Me Up When September Ends. So that's okay, 7. That's half of the, like about half.
Yeah, they did Jesus of Suburbia, which who doesn't love Jesus of Suburbia?
Of course, American Idiot, Jesus Suburbia, Holiday. That's how you're gonna start that fucking show.
Yeah.
And then change it up. Are We the Waiting? Saint Jimmy. And then okay, let's fuck off and do old shit.
Yeah.
I do like Minority feels so left out in a way because there are more songs from like Nimrod and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they'll play Minority these days.
I don't think so either. Okay, so I guess since we're talking about uh, structuring a Green Day concert, what would be your dream Green Day song lineup?
Oh god, that's a hard question.
Maybe this is what we think about in between our minisodes about Green Day.
See, I have the one part of me that says I want them to do a full concert all the way through, no breaks. But the other part of me says I want to see Billy Joe's crowd work.
Yeah.
Because I think they could medley their way into some like really interesting. Like they could probably do not like a Fish level of jam band if they wanted to, but something along those lines.
I get what you mean.
Like fuck it up, have fun with it. That's what I want.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not gonna get that because again, Green Day is a brand and they gotta protect the brand.
Yeah. But I definitely think this is something we should like think about in the interim.
Like if they could break up parts of songs and just kind of string them into like other shit, that would be cool.
Okay.
Like because they do the They do the very end of Homecoming, or is it the very beginning of Homecoming when they do Wake Me Up When September Ends, for example.
Yeah,
So like there's a little bit of that, but like imagine that taken to like a larger extent.
definitely.
Or I think it's Longview or Basket Case. I think it's Longview where Trey starts doing the drums for Where Are We the Waiting Again at the end of it.
Yes, I think you're right.
So like it could work. Because like I
Yeah,
think the big thing about American Idiot is that so many of the songs go so well together that sometimes they are linked. And
yeah.
despite me just talking about different songs suites and kind of like different inspirations and like Dookie had its own kind of stuff, American Idiot has the stuff that they've been kind of writing on that ever since. They very well could just kind of tie everything together and make it sound good as one complete piece.
Yes, definitely. Like I get what you're saying.
Ooh. What about Green Day as like an opera?
That's somehow more theater kid than a musical.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What about a Green Day that isn't just Green Day? Like
Okay.
occasionally it'll shift and morph and like, oh, it's now Pinhead Gunpowder.
Ooh. Ooh.
Or
Okay.
and then oh shit, now we're becoming the Foxborough Hot Tubs?
And then each of them like gets off the stage and comes back in a costume for the network.
Yes.
Like the network takes over mid concert. Ooh.
Yes. Or they do like a bit where like they're hackers, the network's hackers.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that'd be really cool. That'd be a
Yes.
rad like concert tour.
You can hire me, Green Day.
That should be their Vegas residency.
Yes.
Like make it like a 3 hour, 4 hour show every night where they do shit like
Yeah.
that.
And like if you can pad it out too with like crowd work and like how Rush did live shows where they would like play the South Park video.
But like when they're the network, they could still play Green Day or Pinhead Gunpowder songs,
Yes.
and they could just start making fun of themselves.
Yes. And then maybe do like
They could do
what
a
was
bunch
I
of
gonna say for this? Like
covers.
yeah, do covers. Maybe like do different takes, like do a network take on a Green Day song or a
Yeah,
Pinhead Gunpowder take on a rather a Foxborough Hot Tubs take on a Pinhead Gunpowder song.
yeah. Give me like the Money Money 2020 Part Two version of Know Your Enemy.
Yes. We're on to something here.
We are very onto something.
We'll take 20% Green Day.
And there's other live shows that we can talk about too, because there's the Awesome as Fuck.
Yep.
There's like an EP they did for Japan for 21st
Yep.
Century Breakdown. Actually, they're both for 21st Century Breakdown. That would actually go for well. That would go
There's
together very
the
well.
BBC live sessions too.
Yes, there are. Uh,
There's a lot of stuff out there. There's the bowling parking or the bowling parking, whatever the fuck
yeah,
that one was. There's a bunch of EPs,
yeah.
which I think is what you were getting at.
There's still a ton of shit to do. It's all about finding the right way to kind of frame it together until we can go see Green Day live or something.
Yes. I think at some point I'm gonna throw short songs for short people on the main podcast
Yeah, probably should.
because that reads more as a main podcast episode as opposed to a minisode.
Let's see. They're still playing theoretically, but they're probably all sold out now,
Yeah,
which sucks.
does.
Let's see, it's May. Yeah, so the next show is May the 16th in Daytona Beach, then Napa, and then they tour Europe in June.
All right.
They'll be in St. Paul in July, which I'm sure that's sold out. They'll be in Chicago in September. That's probably sold out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Are Green Day tickets still available?
This will definitely be like a we both decide when we're ready, and we decide when the ticket pre-sales drop, and we're both going to Camp Ticketmaster.
Oh, this is Riot Fest. Oh God. Oh,
and
God.
I wouldn't want to see them at a festival.
So you want to hear these Riot Fest ticket prices? Because okay, this is gonna be
Sure.
Blink-182, Weezer, Green Day, and more. General admission, the cheapest option for 2 tickets,
$400.
$247
$400 a
each.
piece.
$247 each. VIP
Damn.
is $378. If you want a 3-day pass, it's $508 each. If you want the VIP 3-day pass, it's $848. If you want the deluxe package, which gets open bar, guest services, more of that shit, $903 each.
Fuck.
You want deluxe plus, which you get shade, you get a better bar, $1,453 each.
Damn.
Yeah. So, I'm
assuming we'd go like cheap seats at a regular show.
Are there regular shows for Green Day at this point?
Like I'm saying not a festival.
I'm looking at the St. Paul tickets. You can find them.
I'm gonna guess 200 apiece.
Green Day tour dates. Daytona Beach. Napa. Yeah, there we go. That one. July 18th. Oh God.
Oh God, how much are they?
The cheapest price that I see. This is Vivid Seats, so I don't know if this is. This is the Minnesota Yacht Club. So this is this is some other fucking festival thing.
Damn.
We got Hosier, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day. General admission.
Hosier.
How do you pronounce it?
Hosier.
Hosier. It just doesn't sound like it doesn't match the way Hosier feels.
I get you.
Anyway, general admission, $450.
Fuck.
VIP general admission, $1,776.
God damn.
So once again, the platinum. If you want the platinum, which is like I guess the like highest end ticket possible, there's only one left. So someone has paid for this already. Multiple people likely paid for this. The platinum option, $4,384.
Jesus. Anyways, our Patreon is.
But the question is at least the American shows all Green Day being at these like tours and shit, and all these festivals. Yeah, because they're playing with Shinedown, Linkin Park, and Korn in Daytona, and that's the Welcome to Rockville. That's like a 4-day pass dealio. Yeah, Napa's Battle Rock Festival. Yeah, this is all festivals.
Damn. So we'd have to find a show that wasn't a festival, because I don't think I'd want to see them on a festival.
I wouldn't either. Here's the funny part. Like, I'm looking at the Ottawa Blues Fest. And these are expensive tickets, but they're at least more like localized.
Yeah.
Because like they start at $400, but you have several options that are like below $450. This is Canada, of course. So they're.
And I'm also
cooler.
assuming it's Canadian currency, so it's more like $300, but that's still expensive.
Yeah. See, so this is the major like hurdle we got to figure out is how do we see them? When A, there's so much, B, they're stuck in these fucking like festivals that I don't want to go to.
Me either.
Like I was having a bad time enough seeing Knuckle Puck and Origami Angel at the Salt Shed. Because that's a fucking huge theater.
Yeah, we are both getting old. We don't want to do
old or just sensory overload.
Why not both?
Yeah. I still like my intimate, quieter, just local bar shows, or like a little bit bigger than that, perhaps. Where everything's fucking loud.
That's all the OCs does, is they'll do like a 3-day stay at a bar. And I respect the fuck out of that.
Like, I love seeing Your Arms on My Cocoon, or seeing Blind Equation and just hanging out and doing shit. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I cannot imagine multiplying that by like 10 or 20.
Definitely.
But is that where a lot of these bands are now, where like just doing a regular show is almost impossible?
Yeah, we'd have to keep our ears to the ground for secret shows, which aren't really they pop up at random.
And I doubt that they're going to be in Chicago or anywhere near New York.
Yeah, all their secret shows are probably in California.
Yeah. I had a friend that went to go see them last year. And they had a good time, it seemed like.
That's good.
But like, goddamn.
Yeah, I remember them being a lot of fun. I remember during I forget which song it was. I think it was East Jesus Nowhere. They pushed it, they brought a kid up from the crowd and pushed them to the ground.
Interesting. So, okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like tickets during the 21st Century Breakdown tour were decent seats you could get for under $200.
Okay.
Do you remember what y'all paid?
I don't. It was like a birthday gift for me.
Gotcha. And of course, here's an article from 2021 when the Green Days were talking about, we don't want to cash in on our past success. It's like, well, they certainly are now.
Yeah.
Like, why do tickets gotta be so expensive?
Well, yeah.
Like, is it just?
I remember, fucking Kurt Cobain about charging like more than $5 per ticket, like lambasting Madonna for like her $50 tickets or something like that.
Like, is it like at a point? Is it just to like weed people out so that like you're not having every show be sold out instantly?
Maybe.
That's a lot of fucking money.
It is.
And like, I can't afford that. Who can afford? Like, rich people can fucking afford that. And
yeah,
according to Woodstock '94, Billy Joe's gonna fucking make fun of all the rich people.
Oh, of course. Calling everybody hippies.
Yeah.
Mud hippies.
I'm looking at so on St. Paul they're gonna play Harriet Island, which I'm looking at the Wikipedia. Harriet Island, initially known as Wakan Island, is a former island and urban park located near downtown St. Paul, Minnesota. How do you become a former island?
Global warming.
Like I'm looking
they
at. They
warned us about in the Simpsons movie that Green Day was a part of.
Oh God! Oh no! But yeah, that'll be cool, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a pavilion there. I see.
We'll have to see what the future holds for us and going to see Green Day live.
We talk every time about, oh, we should do this, we should do that, we should fucking get together and film ourselves playing Rock Band Green Day. Like, there's plenty of options. There's
plenty of options. We just need to hang out together again, man. I need to get out to Chicago.
I need to, if I can get another planned trip out east and go to New York, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, here's the question. What big band that we would want to see is within our price range? Like, is it King Gizzard?
We could definitely see King Gizzard. We could also definitely see the OCs, I bet.
Are the OCs big though?
I they're on the Tony Hawk soundtrack right next to King Gizzard.
That's true. They are. They are.
Who knows?
I think that would be a very interesting question to pursue. Is like, what? How high could we go?
Definitely.
Like, what bands?
Like we'll never see Taylor Swift.
What bands are touring in 2025? Let's see.
Yeah.
Like, could we go see Metallica?
I wouldn't want to see Metallica.
Sure. That's besides the point right now.
Yeah, and I'm betting that Metallica is just as expensive as if not more expensive than Green Day.
Let's take a look. I'll go back to Vivid Seats and we'll see what Metallica is doing.
Because Metallica is catering to the more Gen X boomer crowd that has more money.
And they're playing stadium shows, so there are some passes for these, but these look more like just shows they're doing instead of like festivals and shit. So that's one thing to think here. Let's see. What's a show we could pick here? Let's do the one in Maryland that they're gonna play on the 28th here. Let's see what's up with that. Okay, you can get a ticket right now for $97 each.
Okay.
It's upper level, so you know, there's that.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a fucking festival, and you have to pay $400 to be there.
Yes.
Obviously,
which that is definitely better.
Yeah, if you wanna really go for it, there are seats that are over $1,000, but there are plenty of options for Metallica in Maryland that are like under 100 or a little over 100.
Yes.
So that feels doable. I'm not saying we're gonna go see Metallica, but that is infinitely more
Maybe
doable.
we can go see Ozzy.
Do you want to go see Ozzy?
From the zoo aspect of, oh look, they pushed this old man out on stage.
We could go see Frankie Valli.
Honestly, that might be more fun. We got options. Let's just think of like, is Creed still touring? I feel like we could go to a Creed tour, ironic.
Let's see. I want to see Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. Oh fuck! They're gonna be in. Oh, they're gonna be in Illinois.
Oh shit!
All right.
How much are tickets?
Let's see. Let's go to the Rockford thing. They're going to fucking Rockford. What a fucking interesting decision.
You can't spell Rockford without Oxbow.
Rockford is like Illinois' Detroit.
Yeah.
Cheapest seats, $82 each.
Damn, not bad.
So that's something. Frankie Valli's in our price range.
Frankie Valli is definitely in our price range.
You're getting more and more muffled.
Oh, shit. I know. There we go. That better?
Yeah.
I could crash on Domino's couch and we can go see Frankie Valli in 4 Seasons.
We have to go to the Rosemont one. I'm not gonna. I could drive 90 miles to Rockford if I needed to, but Maroon 5 is having a concert. Oh, yeah, they're doing a golf course, of course.
Here's a big one that's not really seen as a big one, but they're fucking huge. How much is Coldplay?
Yeah, Coldplay. I think. Yeah, they have a lot of concerts.
And I feel like they're more affordable.
Let's see.
We can go watch them play Yellow live.
I was thinking the exact same thing. One show within 150 miles of Chicago. It's in Madison, Wisconsin. No, it's the only show within 150 miles of Chicago.
Ah, gotcha.
So I'm gonna look at that one.
How much is it?
The bottom tier option, the upper deck of this arena thing in Madison, Wisconsin, is $415.
Oh my god!
And they have options that are at least up to $2,700.
God damn!
So I would not say that Green Day is in our price range. Or sorry, Coldplay is in our price range.
Coldplay is not in our price range.
Let's see. What are Muse tickets?
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see. What are Muse tickets?
I'm trying to think of big bands now. While you check Muse, I'm gonna check Linkin Park.
Linkin Park was playing in some of those Green Day shows, so you can kind of throw that onto them as well.
Yeah.
So Muse is
Linkin
only
Park
playing in Europe right now, but we can still check anyway.
Yes.
Let's pretend for a moment that we're going to Turkey. How much?
I'm checking the price of tickets in New Jersey.
How much do you think Muse tickets are going to be in Turkey?
Oh, I have to guess in Turkish liars.
I don't know if it's going to be that. I think it's still American pricing.
I think it's going to be around $300.
So this is I'm on StubHub now, not Vivid Seats. So maybe that changes things. I don't know.
So that's scalp tickets.
Is
That is
StubHub?
scalp tickets.
Okay.
It's going to be more expensive.
I can go back. I could try to find another place. Would SeatGeek have it? I don't know.
Let's check StubHub.
So yeah,
I'm gonna guess 500 for StubHub.
StubHub general admission, $659 to see Muse.
How much is that in Turkish liars? I'm curious now. I'm pulling up the conversion calculator.
Yeah, this is in USD. So yeah, 659 USD.
It is 11,619 Turkish liras.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So there's a VIP lounge option, which is $1,317. There's one left for that.
Oh shit! Linkin Park is in our price range.
Oh yeah, what is their price?
$132.
Oh, that's iffy.
Oh, you can get one for 120.
It's still iffy. You have to be like something really, really cool.
And that's the price of 2 tickets. That's the price of 2 tickets. Oh, that's
2 tickets? Oh, fuck that. Oh yeah. That's great.
We could go see Linkin Park.
And we still not covered Linkin Park on the podcast.
We have not. Oh, and that's with all the packages too.
Yeah.
I think. Oh no, if you want the VIP tickets, it's the most expensive one is $620 for 2 tickets.
That's still not bad.
No.
Here's the question. That's such a fucking oh shit. All right, that's not what I expected to come up with. I typed in what are Drake tickets in 2025.
Oh god, how much?
And the first option gave me Drake Bell tickets. But Drake Bell is going to be in Madison, Wisconsin in June.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what the tickets are. Oh, yeah. $43, baby.
Hell yeah. I'm going to check System of a Down.
$65 for like slightly better seats too. That's not bad.
No. Okay.
Oh, he's going to be in Marion, Illinois. Ooh. At the Cultural Center, even. What are tickets for that? $31.
Okay, let's see here. I'm looking at System of a Down right now.
You're
okay. MetLife Stadium, New Jersey.
Okay.
Let's check the price. Ticketmaster. Ticket bastard. Oh, and they're with Korn. And this is the price for 2 tickets.
Okay.
It's loading. Oh, that's actually not horrible. It's $170.
Okay. I could live with that.
For two tickets. That's like $90 a piece. I'm just trying to think of other big bands now that would be fun to see.
Here's one. Which one do I go to? How much is Styx gonna be these days?
Ooh.
All right, they're playing in Tinley Park.
That is a good one.
If you want to be on the lawn in Tinley Park, which is the back of the pavilion, $27.
$27?
Yes.
That's actually not bad. I don't like Styx, and I'd go for $27.
My first concert was Dennis DeYoung. So, I feel a kinship to that. But yeah, these are super affordable tickets.
Mine was unfortunately Joe Bonamassa.
I mean, fair. My second one was Buddy Guy, so, time improves all things.
Yeah. Let's see here.
You want to be close to the stage for Styx, $87.
That's still not bad.
No. Let's see. What is the highest price? Well, this is Styx, Kevin Cronin, and Don Felder. So the most expensive ticket is a suite in the crowd. I don't know what these suites give you, but there's one for $1,791.
Okay.
But, why is it so expensive? It's an 18-person suite. It comes with 18 tickets. I see. Okay. So you're just buying for a group then.
Yes.
But anyway, any other musicians you're dying to check out?
Not particularly. I'm scrolling through my my streamings right now, looking for shit.
What we've learned is that Green
we could
Day.
Probably go see Sublime with Rome.
Well, do we want to see Sublime with Rome?
No, but I'm saying it's probably in our price range.
It's like asking me, hey, do you want to go see Kings of Leon?
No.
My insides are just shuddering at that idea. I remember this boy in college really liked Kings of Leon, so I tried to give him a chance. It was a bad idea.
Yeah. Does King's X still tour? I'll keep the family tradition alive and get Doug Pinnick to sign my stuff and security card.
That'd be a great little joke. You have him sign right over the numbers too.
Yeah. Well, no, he signed the back.
Well, right.
Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, King's X is still touring.
Interesting.
They'll be playing in Houston on the 23rd.
Dave Matthews is touring.
See here. How much are tickets?
Let's see.
No.
I did not know Dave Matthews was South African.
Oh. I found, the prices for King's X are priced $22 to $450.
Okay. So they're having a 2-day thing. Well, let's just say I want to go and just see Dave Matthews. If we're on the lawn of Dave Matthews, $56. But that's a range from 56 to $84. 56, 84 for different parts of the lawn, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, for King's X, it's $22 for general admission and $450 for a VIP table and Escalade package.
Okay.
And only the VIP tables are available.
And that's good. That means they're filling
the
stadium.
Definitely. Well, it's a warehouse.
I mean, they put out an album 3 years ago, so
yeah.
I guess they're still touring that.
Yeah. But anyways, back to Green Day.
Oh, these are cool things that we watched. Listened to watched. I'm glad that we did this. I feel like this is right now the closest I'm going to get to seeing Green Day live. And that's okay.
Well,
but
yeah.
These were good.
What should we cover next is the question.
I mean, Nimrod, I think, is what we have to cover next at this point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think we're
I
overdue
think
on
we have to
that.
cover Nimrod. We're overdue on Nimrod, and maybe we slap on 1039. Smooth that slappy hours.
Yeah, the first album and then Nimrod. Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see if we'll actually do that. We
What
could do
we
something
gotta do?
else.
Yeah. Who knows?
What we got to do though?
Is get going, maybe.
Sure. That'll do it for this episode. My name is Dominic. You can find me on the internet
It,
somewhere.
it's pretty late. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. It's not as late as it usually is for us.
I've been Trix, and you can catch me in the kitchen. Yeah. We
Uh,
had Cook get get fired or quit today. I'm not entirely sure, and a whole shakeup, and I'm getting thrown on a new restaurant pretty much with a vague understanding of the menu tomorrow. So that'll be fun.
Yay. Good luck.
We love the restaurant industry. Thank you. It's actually been going pretty well for me at work. I heard today from the GM of one of the places I work at that they want me there full time and that I'm fantastic on the line and I keep a cool head, which is a really good compliment.
Yay, that's good.
Yes.
All right. That does it for us. We will be back next time with a regular episode, I believe. This
Yep.
gives me ideas for what I want to pick for the episode after that. So stay tuned for that.
All right.
See y'all everyone later. Bye.
Goodbye.